spend the day with me as I try to get my life back in order after an unexpected trip. Normally I unpack immediately upon getting home, but I didn't get home until like 1 or 2 in the morning, and all I had energy for last night was opening some packages. So this morning I got awoken by a tenant and had to deal with some issues, and so I thought, oh, let me just throw in a couple loads of laundry and then I'll get a few more hours of sleep. Well, that just kind of spiraled because some of the clothes that I wanted to wash were in one bag. I thought it was in this little suitcase. It was actually in a big suitcase. So then I started taking everything out. Once I take one thing out, I have to wipe everything down. And then I just continued unpacking, and I realized that there were like dirty clothes from the one night stay in one bag. And yeah, we just spiraled. And eventually I was unpacking everything. And there were the clothes. Those were the clothes I was looking for. So I could eventually throw in a load of laundry, including Cooper's pickle that I had packed because, yeah, disgusting after a trip. Like, I don't care if it's a brand new hotel. It's just gross, in my opinion. So anything that goes with me on a trip is going to get wiped down and cleaned when it comes back. And I love a good pouch. Oh, by the way, if you have a Dyson Airwrap and you have not gotten this like optional large round brush attachment, 10 out of 10 recommend. I had to take a break for some work and some lunch. And then in the afternoon, despite the fact that Cooper and I were exhausted, we actually had to head out to volunteering because we had a pre-existing volunteer obligation that I didn't want to cancel on. So we headed over there, even though we both could have taken a nap, but it was fun nonetheless, and the residents were excited to see Cooper, so I was really glad I didn't cancel. When I came back, I flipped over the laundry really quickly, and then I worked for the rest of the afternoon, had a quick dinner, and then resumed putting my life back in order. One of the packages I got was the Bark Advent Calendar from Costco. I got this last year, and that's where Cooper's beloved Christmas pickle came from. There isn't one in it this year, but I got it anyway, and they were so hard to get last year that I ordered it early. Oh, by the way, this is where I store a lot of stuff. People always ask me where I store everything, including like luggage and stuff. When I bought my condo, I separately brought this storage room, basically a glorified closet, but it does hold a lot because it's really tall. So I keep a lot in here, and I had it organized by Alpha, so luggage, all the things. And then I resumed emptying things out. This is like some of my toiletries that I mostly keep stocked, but like this is a loofah, a silicone thing that I travel with, and I always sanitize it when I get back, so I throw that in the dishwasher. And then there are a few things in here I don't have like travel things of, like my new eye cream, so I wanted to pull that out, my leave-in conditioner, things like that. So I put those back before putting the case back into my closet. And then my new cosmetic case, which I freaking love, I want to take everything else out of there. My travel mirror, which I also love. I give everything a good wipe down, and then all the cosmetics, which I'll spare you, but I do wipe down every single one. Also, this drawer is getting out of control, so I do need to reorganize that very soon. Some extra little minis and things like that. And then I also wipe down the case because yeah, I just do that. And then my makeup brushes and things like that, I'm going to try washing the sponge. And then I also always wash my makeup brushes when I get back. So I give those a good clean. And that's pretty much all that I have energy for right now because I only got a couple hours sleep. So I think Cooper and I are going to go curl up at this point and just pretty much pass out. I hope you have a great night.